Although it may not be required, I do recommend wearing full gear and using crash protection for your motorcycle.
Ladies and gentle people, alright, today's video, I want to talk about
5
tips on new riders and how to get your motorcycle home for the first time. So if you're a new rider and you get a new bike or just any bike, doesn't have to be new, right? First thing, have somebody bring you to the motorcycle. Have a way of getting to it, right? And that person needs to be in some sort of four-wheel vehicle. Could be a minivan, could be a regular van, could be a car, could be a truck. My brother was driving his Nissan car, so have somebody bring you to the location. That's the first thing. Second thing, have that person, and this is why I recommend a car or a truck or a van or just, you know, anything that, you know, on four wheels. Have that person drive behind you, especially if you're a new rider. So if you're a new rider, especially like, I mean, if you're going to be stalling, or you might be stalling, you might have trouble, you know, worried about all your controls and worried about like where you're going. There's a lot to take in. Even if you're not familiar with a particular bike, you want to have that person behind you, and that will give you an extra space cushion. It's a space cushion beyond a space cushion, because if you're a new rider, you got a lot going on to figure out your controls and to remember, you know, how to do all the stuff you need to do. You know, making turns, for example. Having that person behind you is a tremendous help. They can get traffic directed around you and it'd be a lot safer. Tip number 3, have an alternative way of getting the motorcycle home if you need to. Now this is for anybody, really, but this is especially true for a new rider. So if you're just having too much trouble and you get to the point where you're just not going to be able to get the thing home on your own, have an alternative way. And it could be the vehicle, it could be just, you know, the person who's driving behind you. You know, pull over and say, hey, you know, we need to just switch places. It could be, you know, a truck or a van. It could be that you go ahead and rent a trailer. I was prepared to just go ahead and get a tow truck if I needed to, right? Fourth? Do I know how to count? Yeah, all right, fourth tip for a new rider, first ride, and you want to pick up a motorcycle and ride it home. Find an easy route. Now, it may not necessarily be the quickest route, but if you go like a little, you know, add a little bit more distance to your ride home, if you need to find a route that's a little bit slower, a little bit safer. And that goes hand in hand with finding a good time of day where traffic is going to be a little bit lighter. And I feel like these tips could be used for just about anybody. Like, say, even if you're an experienced rider, I would do probably all these things. For example, I've been riding now for about a year. If I were to get a different motorcycle, the ergonomics would be different. The power band would be different. You know, it'd be a different motorcycle. It could be a CB125. It could be I don't know, like a super bagger of some kind. I don't know. Or anywhere in between. Have somebody bring me to the place. Have that person drive behind me. Make sure I have an alternative way of getting the bike home.
So anyway, I was editing this video and I came up with a 5th tip. Riding your bike home for the first time. Go ahead and take a break anytime you feel like you need to. Now, you might be able to get all the way home. If things become just a little bit more, you know, too overwhelming, you might want to take a rest for a couple minutes. Go ahead and take a break. So there you go. 5 tips for beginner riders, and 5.5. Watch out for Prius drivers.
Oh, here's a question for y'all. For whatever reason you needed a trike and you just couldn't ride any kind of motorcycle, you know, whatever the reason is, what kind would you rather have? Would you rather have the ones with 2 wheels in the back or 2 wheels in the front? Comment down below and let me know. I personally would probably go for the 2 wheels in the front. Hey y'all, do me a favor. Please click like and subscribe. It helps me big time in the algorithm. And click the bell icon so you know when new videos drop. And go ahead and check out the video on screen. You know you want to.